Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south. More specifically, we are in Homestead, Florida, and even more specific than that, we are here at the Last Chance Saloon. This is our last chance to have a drink, our last chance to grab something to eat, a last chance to grab some liquor for the road before departing mainland Florida, taking US 1 here out off of mainland Florida in to the Florida Keys. And we have followed this route, Route 1. We got on Route 1, northern Maine, Fort Kent, Maine, quite some time ago, quite a few weeks ago. We began our journey. We wound along the coast of Maine, traveled down through the major cities of the Northeast: Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. Wound our way through the rural South in to the great state of Florida. And this is our last chance to give up, our last chance to turn around and say, I don't want to finish this journey. I don't want to reach the end of US 1. I don't want to reach the southernmost point in the United States. To see, before we hopped on Route 1, we went all the way over, started all the way back in Minnesota, where we went up into Canada to visit Angles Inlet, the northernmost point in the contiguous United States. The goal of this trip: start at one end, start at the northernmost point, then find our way to the southernmost point. In the meantime, we did see the easternmost point, and in the meantime, we eventually hopped on Route 1. I wanted to do a Route 1 road trip for years, so I figured we'd combine it, the buoy to buoy road trip. You add on US 1, and you have one mega road trip. We have been traveling from the northernmost buoy for over a month now, making our way down here. And I think we're in the final laps here of this road trip, because once we leave the main United States, we stop hopping the Florida Isles, the Florida Keys, we can finally reach our destination. Not only will we reach the end of US 1 at milepost 0, but we will reach the southernmost buoy. We will complete the buoy to buoy trip, and I'm ready. I'm ready to head down this lonesome highway to the wonderful island of Key West. Please follow me. Yeah, it's a straight shot here to our final destination. You can see the city has vanished. We are headed through the swamps, and then we will take this bit of US 1 known as the Overseas Highway, literally over the ocean, to get to our final destination. Getting started a little bit slowly. Appears that there is some sort of car accident up ahead, and of course there's only the one lane over on this side. So if there's a car accident on the Overseas Highway here, it can back things up. You know, there's again like one route to Key West through here, and if something happens, everything stops. Yeah, this isn't looking great. Got other people out of the cars looking down there, seeing what's wrong. It goes down for a while. Of course, my number one concern, hope everyone's okay. Yeah, my number two concern is that hopefully we can start moving again here in a little bit. I don't know what's going on. All right, and we are moving. We lost about an hour there. Sitting in traffic with no real sign of what actually was causing the traffic to be backed up. And here we go, driving out over the ocean. We have made it to Key Largo. It's like a series of different islands or keys. Kind of hop from one to the next until we get to the last one, which is, of course, Key West. Had to stop here at Mother Ocean where they sell boat parts. Just loved the giant octopus that they have perched on their roof. And I did have to stop here at Largo Cargo. This brightly colored shark caught my eye dangling here. Nothing lures in tourists better than a brightly colored shark. And since we stopped to see the shark, we might as well check out the gift shop here. Oh, there's another shark bursting out from the side there. This is warning, we play Jimmy Buffett music. That's fine with me. They have some Conch Republic shirts. The Florida Keys actually declared themselves an independent nation at one point, become the Conch Republic because of actual concerns with the state of Florida, with the federal government. But the whole thing was kind of tongue-in-cheek, and they still proudly refer to themselves as the Conch Republic. And there it is, the buoy. That's where we're headed.
You sent your picture to the Lonely Hearts Club, and they replied, "We're not that lonely."
Oh, an insult pirate over here. Says, "Hey, you, don't touch the pirate, don't pull his arm, don't put stuff in his mouth. You'll be cursed and your teeth will rot out." Oh, there's a super spooky skeleton over here in the corner. Now it looks like all the traffic is now on the other side, so something is backing up things on that side of the bridge now. Now we never saw a moose in Maine, at least not a wild moose. But here in Key Largo, they have the Moose Lodge, where you actually have a moose pirate. Although I don't think there's any actual moose here in the Florida Keys. And along US 1 here, we are greeted by this giant lobster. Now I've eaten a lot of lobster on this particular trip along US 1, but here we come across what is actually the world's largest lobster. Let's get a full look at this wonderful creature here. The lobster here draws us into the rain barrel here. We got a lot of souvenirs and vendors in here. Oh, look at this. We get Betsy the lobster shirt. Okay. So the lobster out front, Betsy, the world's largest lobster in Ilsmorado. Some Christmas ornaments here. I like the starfish wearing swim trunks and sunglasses. There's this big structure here in the center. I don't know what that used to be. Megalodon says, "No lives matter." Yikes. And this out front is a 1933 Plymouth, which was the winner of the 2019 South Beach Antique Car Show. We were just in South Beach last night. Here is Wahoo's Bar and Grill, and they have a very interesting mascot here. Look at that. It is a hammerhead shark wearing scuba gear. Just so many strange aquatic creatures out on the roadside of US 1 traveling through the Keys. Came out here to the back. See the ocean. And all these boats here in the dock. Look at just the beauty there as we drive, literally driving over the ocean on US 1. Gorgeous. Oh, and it looks like someone over here caught a fiberglass tiger shark dangling from up there. Yeah, a lot of the boats out here are charter boats, so you can pay a boat to take you for a cruise, take you out fishing. And look over here, we have some cannons pointing out in to the water. And look how clear that water is. And there's a lot of seaweed and debris in the waters out here on the Keys, but the water itself, gorgeous, crystal clear. Oh, look at that. You can see there's like a massive conglomeration of boats out in that direction. Looks like there's just a bunch of boats parked out, hanging out together, drinking beers, maybe catching a fish or two. You can see this statue here of a marlin squaring off with a swordfish in front of the gorgeous ocean. And I think it is time here in the Florida Keys that we invoke the EM rule. We have the History of Diving Museum. We got the whale sharks there on the side. It's like some sort of shark-like submarine up there. Oh, look at this mural here. A man in a deadly battle with an octopus. Oh, I really like these old-timey stained glass scuba men. Okay, we come into the library here to watch the introductory video. There is the deep sea diving quilt there. Oh, what is this? This is the breathing observation bubble, or a BOB, B-O-B. All these books on diving. I guess we should get our video started.
Scuba, a trained free diver can hold his breath for 6 to 8 minutes.
Or in this case, got different diving trinkets. The Precious Moment, child, snorkeling there. All these different suits. Oh, you even got Popeye in that old school diving suit. Okay, I guess this is where we enter the museum proper. Right here next to this beautiful old school scuba suits. Something about these, I just love the whole motif, the whole way they look, how spooky, unsettling they look, the time period they invoke. Something just gorgeous about these. Well, it looks like I can put my head in this helmet here. Oh, it goes up.
There we go.
It's weird, my head would get stuck, but it fit just fine. Without further ado, let's head inside. Oh, wow. This is super cool. And like many stories, this one here begins at the beginning with the breath hold divers. This is Tartologia's bell. So you see I guess it's just literally like a bell full of air that you just keep over your head. And I guess you get a little bit of oxygen there. You'll run out pretty quick, but yeah, just a bubble to hold over your head. Looks like he's diving here from this boat here. Oh, look at this guy. Some sort of weird looking device down into the water. Okay, so he is a sponge diver. You can see him collecting the sponges there. Yeah, we learned about the Miami Museum, about the sponge diving industry and how important it was to Florida. Some items here, the water glasses, different shells. Okay, this is the breath hold device. I'm gonna see how long I can hold my breath for. Okay, we got 34 seconds. That's enough to go down and get a sponge, right? Here's a modern day free diver. So I guess they don't actually use any of the equipment. They, I guess they have the goggles and a snorkel for when they're right under the water, but other than that, they just dive down. There are a few words to describe how much I love these devices. These are insane. This is a leather hood snorkel. So you wear the leather hood under the water, like so. You got that on your head. But then above the water, a hose leads out of the top of your head to the surface of the water, where you can just, so basically it's an incredibly long snorkel. Yeah, that seems like that would work. Why don't they use these today? Just breathe the fresh air up above. No need to bring a big chunky suit with you. This is a replica of Klingert's copper Kettle diving machine 1797. And that really makes you look like a steampunk robot. But so this was used for navigating in the German River Oder. So he says, use air pump from the surface and air from a large reservoir barrel in the piston. So you have a way to get air from above, and then you have some air with you as well. And you look like a scary, scary monster. This is an 1805 diving machine known as the Triton. See, it actually has a crown, a fully formed crown. And it said that you would lean your head back, the crown would pump bellows to keep the air moving. And also you had a candle inside of a jar to light your way. You could literally take a candle under the sea. I guess that they would pump some air into the candle as well, because a candle needs air to burn. See this big barrel here with the arms coming out. This is a Lethbridge barrel from 1715. So yeah, the idea there is you just cram yourself in a big barrel. Oh yeah, it's just a big barrel that you look through and you have your arms stick out. See here the first diving helmet, and that's pretty fascinating. But one thing extra fascinating is that it was invented by Edmund Haley, the person that the Halley's Comet is named after. The same person that Halley's Comet's named after invented the first ever diving helmet. I definitely learned something today. So yeah, here is Dr. Edmund Haley. He was an astronomer that named Halley's Comet. But apparently he was interested in both space and sea because he invented different diving mechanisms. We can step into Dr. Haley's diving bell here. Lit by candle, of course, the best way to light something under the water. You gotta use this here to pump out the stale air. And then they put like a glass window in top of the bell to let light in, so you're not just sitting in a dark barrel under the water, because that'd be terrifying. This is interesting. We got all these different helmets here, all these different diving helmets. This one here is actually not a diving helmet. This is a smoke helmet. This was made in 1823 as a way to, basically as a firefighter's helmet, so you could enter a fiery room and try to put out the fire. But I guess that technology kind of led into the evolution of the diving helmet. Yeah, that back there's another fire helmet used to keep out smoke and flames. Oh, and there's some buried treasure. Treasure and fish. I used to have this poster on my wall in the bunker. I got it at a different diving museum, one in Pensacola, Florida. I love this poster, but it got tore up over the years from cats climbing on it and whatnot. So I've actually been looking to replace it. If they have this in the gift shop, I might purchase it. Talks about the inland and offshore commercial diving. So now they're utilizing these suits. They've kind of standardized the suits and using them to do jobs that require you to be underwater. Oh, look at this diver up here. It looks like he's collecting seahorses. But look at all these different styles of helmets. I like that square one right there. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, who could imagine there'd be so many different types of helmets used for diving in the water. And also, this is something I've never seen before, an underwater chainsaw. Looks like I smell a horror movie based on that. These are DIV hoods, so these are not full helmets. These actually are meant to just be put on by themselves. They don't connect to any other suit. So you just actually wear your bathing suit and then put these on over your head. And I guess they create some sort of seal around your shoulders. It's a 1942 diving system, the helmet, and I guess all these gears and whatnot help move the air along. Oh my gosh, look back here. These are homemade diving helmets. I don't know if I would trust my own craftsmanship to be able to make my own diving helmet, but these people went for it. Oh, this is called the Rum Runner, used in smuggling operations during Prohibition. It was contraband whiskey dropped off in the Detroit River by Canadians, was spotted through the breastplate window. So I guess Canadians would leave alcohol in the water, and someone on the American side would wear this helmet, this inconspicuous helmet, and go into the river. And I said that they could look for the alcohol through that little hatch there. That is wild. Yeah, I am blown away by the sheer number of helmets on display here. Just more modern helmets. That's an interesting one right there. These also make me feel very claustrophobic. It says the diving helmets need to be nice and heavy to be able to help the diver actually go to sink. Where you can't have it be too buoyant or they'll just float at the top. But here's the challenge, is to pull this diving helmet down into the water. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you can see the air. The air inside makes it harder. Once you get below the surface, it gets heavier. It's that trapped air inside. Over here we have underwater cameras that a diver could use to take photographs under the water. Oh yeah, it looks like the camera there has its own diving helmet. It says that this is Art McKee. He was a pioneer of treasure hunting, would dive for sunken treasure. And here we have his actual diving gear, his helmet, his boot, and his knife to fight octopuses. It says here, July 15th, 1733, a hurricane wrecked 17 Spanish ships carrying gold and silver along the Keys. It says the artifacts are from the galleon El Ruby Sagundo. So these are all items recovered from the El Ruby Sagundo. There's little bits and pieces. These are pieces of 8, the pirate money. There's little tiny figures here. That's interesting. Oh, a wooden lime juicer. I guess they would need a lime juicer so they can eat plenty of lime to make sure they don't get scurvy. I don't know why they had a elephant tusk on the ship. And here is a tableau of Art McKee diving for treasure. You can see all the fish getting in his way, getting all up in his face. There's tons of fish down here. But he's got this metal detector of some sort. And he's looking for the treasure. Oh, looks like he found a cannon. It's a pretty sweet find. Yeah, look at, he's wearing one of these diving helmets that he doesn't attach to a suit, so he's like wearing a shirt and jean shorts while he's down here looking for treasure. Some more recovered items here, including this narwhal tusk. There's some authentic silver bullion. And actually, you can reach in there. It is so heavy that it can hardly be... I can't even lift it. An exhibit on William Bebe here. You can take a peek into his lab. He was an early marine biologist. He's in there studying biological samples. You can see the different shark's teeth and shells he has there. Oh, and look at this. We get to head into the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea room. I just watched this movie last year. It was super weird, but love the whole aesthetic. Oh yeah, this is a replica of Captain Nemo's helmet, but it's actually a working replica. Someone created a replica that could actually be used in diving. There's a model of the Nautilus, Captain Nemo's submarine. Uh-oh, looks like the Kraken. The Kraken's attacking. And from the Nautilus, we head into the Parade of Nations. And you can see these are all... Okay, you can see there's a guide here that show all the different styles of helmets here. Oh yeah, and all the different... Whatever country they're from is listed too. So these are diving helmets from all different countries around the world.
This that has ever made a helmet is represented here. This circle is a monument to man's long-standing quest to explore the deep seas. It is a unique assortment, an assembly that has never been attempted anywhere before.
Here are the different pumps that keep that air flowing to the people underwater.
We're standing in the seven countries. To your left are the Americas. The central three panels are European nations, and you will see this has the greatest variety of design and countries. And to your right,
the dancing helmets.
And the single helmet from the continent of Australia. Let's begin with the Americas on our left. On the top, the Canadian helmets and helmets.
This is underwater lighting here. Different devices that the diver would use to illuminate their trip under the sea. Okay, now we enter the scuba section. I may have referred to these as scuba helmets before, but that may not have been accurate. So my understanding is these type of helmets generally were connected to the surface, connected to a generator that helped pump air. But scuba stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. So you would have everything you need attached to your suit. You wouldn't need any connection to a boat or to land. You're just free to roam the sea at your own whim. Different air tanks here. This is a Russian suit. You got the helium tanks on the front. Yeah, you can see all these. These are starting to get a little smaller, where they're almost like, look like little gas masks that hook to you. Oh, look at that one. That one just goes over your mouth and nose. You've got the regulators. You've got the feet. These are regulators. These are diving fins. Got the face masks. I get a peek into the coral reef here. I guess these are the fish living out there in the water we saw. Oh, look at this. On the other side of the fish tank, we can stick our faces into the hole and see the fish from the other side. Where'd all the fish go? There we go. Hey, fishy. Hey, fish. And I feel like in some ways we've come full circle here. We started out with these strange bulbous suits. They slimmed down to be as least restrictive as possible. And now we're going back to these massive, strange, alien-looking suits. But I guess these are for very, very deep-sea diving. They said these were used often in recovery missions. Yeah, you can see his hands are actually wrenches there. So these are to like repair things deep under the water. But yeah, how interesting do these look? This guy's name is Iron Mike. Iron Mike. That is I mean, it basically looks like a 1950s robot at this point. Oh my gosh, yeah, look at these. These look like, I mean, they're even bigger than like astronaut suits. I guess in some ways it's harder to be under the sea than in space in certain ways. But yeah, look at these. Love these big weird robot suits. Here's a featured exhibit celebrating 20 years of the history of diving museums. I guess it's been here for 20 years now. This talks about the founding, museum founders here, Dr. Joe Bauer and Dr. Sally Bauer. Uh-oh, watch out, there's a super spooky Home Depot deep sea skeleton. A painting here of Jacques Cousteau. It's a painting of Jacques Cousteau, but one interesting thing about this painting, it was painted underwater. You can see the scuba painters there. This is the Jules Habitat. Now this is actually a hotel and restaurant here in the Keys that you can stay in. It's underwater, and you actually have to dive to get to the inside of the lot. I would stay there in a moment, but I don't have any diving ability. Here's the for sale sign for Iron Mike. He was built in 1930. New York actually has some of his accomplishments. Located a treasure ship in 1931. He located $4 million in gold in 1934, and in 1936 he did a world record dive of 510 feet. Oh, and you can buy them for $45,000. There's the first dime donated to the museum. Another underwater camera. Some Scuba Plushies. These pretty cool scuba toys here. But now it is time to exit to the surface and the gift shop. They do sell some of those little plushy scuba divers here in the gift shop. Oh, they actually have it. I have been trying to find this for years. I've been looking on Amazon, different sites, trying to find this same poster after my cats tore it up. So yeah, I think we're gonna get one of these. And these diver figurines. I think this is a pencil sharpener. As we exit, I noticed that one of the stained glass figures is Iron Mike, the celebrity diving suit. Yeah, this is a great museum. I have driven past this before, never stopped here before. Saw it was open, figured we'd stop in, we'd invoke the EM rule, and I absolutely loved it. I've never seen such a collection of diving helmets, and just the history of diving is so thorough. There's so many cool artifacts, and yeah, I would absolutely recommend this to anyone driving past. You're driving on US 1 here towards the Keys. I think this is a diamond in the rough. This is a pretty special place. Now we've stopped here at Robbie's. This has kind of been a tradition. I like to stop here every time I drive through the Keys. Enter here under the big metal tarpon. See in the bar here, we got money stapled to everything. Got some beautiful fish here behind the glass. They have a bar and restaurant here, but one thing I like to stop by for is the tarpon feeding that occurs. You guys should go here to pay for admission to the tarpon feeding. Alright, got my bucket of fish to feed the tarpons. Now we gotta head outside. Here we go. See the fish circling in the water, all those tarpons down there. Yeah, I see people over there trying to feed the tarpons with their buckets of fish, trying to get the tarpon to jump out of the water. I don't know, those tarpons don't look very hungry over there. Oh yeah, someone threw the fish in there and they go crazy. I guess they're a little more tenuous about taking them out of people's hands. These ones down here are pretty big. Let's just toss one in. Oh yeah. Okay, I think we want to see if we can get him to jump here. Does any tarpon want to jump? Hey, tarpon. See US 1 there, hopping islands. Oh, look at that one. That's a monster. Yeah, sometimes the tarpon will leap from the water to take food out of people's hands in a rather terrifying manner. Looks like they're not too jumpy today. Is he gonna do it? Gonna jump? Come on, somebody jump. You gonna jump? Oh, you don't jump, you're too big. I'm getting really nervous here that one's gonna jump, pull me in. Hey, come on, take it. Oh yeah, there you go. Look at that one right there. Oh my gosh, some of them are just so big. How about a little one? Oh, jeez! Oh, my heart literally stopped there. I was looking at the tarpons. Some of them were looking up at me. I was like, here you go, here you go. And then one came out from under the dock. I didn't see him coming. He just like flipped up from under the dock. I just blah. And of course I let go of the fish. I was so terrified. I think he got it though. Oh gosh. I don't think I could deal with the stress of another tarpon leaping at my face. So I'm just gonna toss the remaining fish in the water. There we go. See these massive dolphins here at the Dolphin Research Center. I would stop and do some research on dolphins, but we gotta keep rolling down that long, lonesome road. Now I saw a billboard for something called a Lobster Reuben, so I decided to stop over here at Key Fisheries and see if I can obtain such a wonderful sounding sandwich. You see the menu here has the Lobster Reuben up there, the world famous Lobster Reuben. Although you must be this tall to eat a Lobster Reuben. I'm good. So in the history of the restaurant, they have sold 417,538 Lobster Reubens. And if you guess how many they sold in May, you can win a Lobster Reuben t-shirt. Went and got a seat by the water and got my Lobster Reuben there. You can see all that pieces of lobster. It's got the sauerkraut, I guess the dressing, pretty much everything that a normal Reuben would have, but instead of corned beef, it's lobster. And then also, the last minute, I just decided to order this. This is a conch ceviche salad. Okay, look at that. It's dripping lobster there. The Lobster Reuben. Two of my favorite things in the world. Lobsters, corned beef sandwiches, Never thought they would go together, but here we are. Let's take a big bite of this Lobster Reuben. That is truly decadent and truly amazing. Sounds odd, but I love it. But now let's try this ceviche salad. I don't know what to expect here. I wasn't expecting it to be this enormous either. All right, let's dig into this massive bowl of ceviche here. Okay, so it's got lettuce. It does have lettuce in it. And then conch and looks like tomatoes and other vegetables cut up. Let's try a big bite. That's very nice. Very refreshing. On a hot day like this. Yeah, it's a really refreshing flavor. The citrus and the ceviche. With a little creamy sauce on there. I enjoy that. So definitely ordered too much food on the spur of the moment. The Lobster Reuben was absolutely amazing. Really, really loved that. I don't think I can finish those fries though. Liked the conch salad too. I think I ate all the conch. But yeah, so like refreshing. The ceviche has the citrus in it, and it was delicious. It was just, I don't know. At the last minute, I was just gonna get this, and at the last minute, I saw this on the menu. I'm like, throw that in there too. So the Shady Palm Art Gallery appears that it is closed for the day, but there is some super fun photo ops out here. We got this manatee. I guess it's like a manatee that's a person. He has like Caucasian flesh and dressed like a tourist. But this manatee over here, this is Marilyn Monroe-atee. You can see her lips there, and her dress is blowing up. And look at this crazy shark mouth here. Oh, it looks like we can climb up inside the shark mouth. Oh, the teeth are impaling my flesh. My blood is pouring into the sea. Oh no, now I'm being digested. And here's the big one. The 7-mile bridge. 7 miles of driving over open ocean. See next to us the old 7-mile bridge. That's the old railroad bridge. Back when you could only get to Key West by a railroad, until US 1 came along and let us drive over the water. And that is Pigeon Key there, a small island where all the railroad workers used to stay. And we have arrived in the city of Key West. And we got here before sunset. So I figured what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to Mallory Square where they do the nightly sunset celebration. A lot of times they'll have street performers, musicians, whatnot, out on the water performing in the sunset. There's one of those delightful Key West roosters. Hey there. Hey. on the way to the sunset celebration. I think I might have to grab a little piece of key lime pie here at the Key West Key Lime Pie Company, because they sell these here. This is what I'm looking for. See the key limes dancing along the ceiling. It's a Key West specialty, a key lime pie slice dipped in chocolate on a stick. I really like this way, the chocolate. And you still taste the sour of that key lime pie slice. So good. Yeah, headed towards that sunset. That's where the celebration is. See the crowds gathering here. He's doing his act here. Getting more and more people to crowd around.
Here we go.
Oh, what's he gonna do?
Check it out.
So he does a lot of teases there. He wants to grow the biggest crowd possible before he does this big trick.
I want to tell you something. God has given us a lovely evening, huh? Woo! I said God is great. Come into that. Ladies and gentlemen, kiddies, I intend to give you all a clean jump now, like I said. To the hoop at my age. Here's the question. How many want to see this jump? Say yeah? Yeah! How many people think I deserve something but a shout? Say yeah! Yeah!
There's a lot of crowd work
I
involved.
can smell.
All right, setting up for his jump there. He's going to jump through the hoop. It's balanced on the back of the girl on the bike.
Don't lose the hoop.
Don't lose the hoop.
Tell this young lady, don't raise up.
Don't raise up.
Clap, clap, clap.
Check it, baby. Check it all the time.
Here he goes. Oh, nice! Woo! Everyone here crowding around to enjoy the sunset. They're getting their pictures in of the sunset. And as the sun sets even more, the crowd gets more intense. Oh, I think that officially counts there. I do not see the sun. That is a sunset. I think we should go down to Captain Tony's to get out of the heat. You know, this is the oldest bar in Florida. This is where Ernest Hemingway used to come to drink, and he liked to drink a lot. You can see the bar built around this old hanging tree of Key West here. See the ceiling strewn with women's brassieres and money. Money stapled to the brassieres, money stapled to the rafters, license plates in the rafters, and some human graves throughout the bar. Other people besides Hemingway have drank here, such as Dale Earnhardt Jr., Urban Meyer, whoever that is, Dustin Hoffman, and David Allen Coe. Yeah, here in the pool room, there's another grave on the floor. It's the grave of Elvira, daughter of Susanna Edmonds, died December 21st, 1822, in the floor of a bar. And there he is, Captain Tony. You can see a sculpture of Captain Tony's face, along with Captain Tony's shrunken heads. You can make some shapes out here under the money. It looks like there's a bedpan encrusted with stickers and money there. Go find one of these lonesome seats back here. Your specialty is the Pirate's Punch. It comes in a souvenir cup with Captain Tony there on the cup. And I have no idea what's in here. A lot of pineapple. A few other things in there too.
Baby, what you running for?
I gotta have a sandwich in the bag. I got something sort of like that. All the time. Stacy's mom has got it going on. It's like nose. My baby born bird, tell me all night long. Gasoline goes, this goes on and on. It's not about people. Why the hell do I work so hard? Can't worry about my problem. I can't take home when I'm home. It comes 2 to 3 to 4. Don't bring it up.
Now, as you see here, Captain Tony's used to be called Sloppy Joe's. It was Sloppy Joe's from 1933 to 1937, but this was the physical bar that was the home of Sloppy Joe's. But in 1937, the business of Sloppy Joe's moved over to this building where it remains today. So you kind of have two Sloppy Joe's, the original, which is Captain Tony, and the new, quote unquote new, starting 1937, Sloppy Joe's here. And this is probably one of the most popular bars here in Key West. Let's peek inside. So while Captain Tony's is known for the Pirate Punch, Sloppy Joe's is known for the Sloppy Rita. And there, my Sloppy Rita has arrived. You see it has the front of the bar there on the cup.
Respond to any of those is probably because you do not know what year you were born, which makes you important in some kind of weird way. So, if you don't know where
So yes, we are here in Key West, Florida, the final city on our buoy to buoy Route 1 road trip. And still need to see that buoy. It's dark. It's dark. I have to wait. I think we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Maybe I'm just prolonging the inevitable, but tomorrow we're gonna close this thing down. We're gonna put an end to this road trip, this month plus road trip that I have been on. We are going to go lay hands on the southernmost buoy and put an end to this road trip, an end to this adventures. There's been towering highs, deep, dark lows, and all sorts of fun in the middles on this roller coaster that is my life, that is this trip. It is everything that surrounds me. Tomorrow, stay tuned tomorrow for the final chapter of the Route 1 buoy to buoy road trip. We're gonna head down that way. We're gonna put this one in the proverbial bag. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow. If you do like these videos, I don't know why you would, but if you do like these videos, consider subscribing. If you're new here, I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses. Sometimes I follow an entire highway from beginning to end. And other times, I just go to random places. But if you like all that, hit subscribe. If you'd like to help out the channel in other ways, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. If you'd like to get a souvenir, check out the Etsy shop in the description. There's pressed pennies, motel key fobs, stickers, other fun stuff down there. Also still doing personalized messages on Cameo. If you'd like to receive a Cameo from me, information for that is also in the description. In fact, all the information for all those things is in the description of this video, and all those things help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.